Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this nice pattern. It's a Tunisian Interlaced patchwork, or you can call it also Tunisian interlaced patchwork. You can make it in any colors. You can make it with 2, 3 or 4 colors. You're going to need what I used on this blanket was double knit wool in 3 different colors. And I used a crochet hook, size 5. You're going to need embroidery needle. Let's start. This pattern is not an easy pattern for beginners, but I'll try and explain to you slowly how to do this. I'm going to show you how to make 4 diamonds. But if you want to make a blanket like this, you must just remember that you must cast on 9 plus 1 chain stitches. For 4 diamonds, I've cast on 37 chain stitches. And one thing to remember if you go along is that everything in this pattern works in groups of 5. So let's pull up 5 chain loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always easy if you didn't make your chain stitches too tight. And remember, with Tunisian, you must also always remember not to work tight. Make sure your loops are loose, otherwise your first row or your first few rows will curl up. So we've cast on 5 loops. Now let's yarn over hook and cast off 2, 1, twice, your 3rd time, your 4th time, and your 5th time. Now we're going to cast on pull up loops again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5th one will be a chain 5. And now let's pull up yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, wait a bit, pull through 2, pull through 2. We're going to pull up yarn again, loop 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one will be a chain stitch 5. With Tunisian, it's always good to remember to keep your tension the same throughout all the rows. Yarn over hook, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and again, and again. There you go. That is our 3rd row. We're going to make 2 more rows. We've made 4 rows. For our 5th and final row, we're going to cast off in 2s. So slip through 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first one in the chain stitch, 5. There you go. Now let's draw up 5 loops again. This is our first diamond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to repeat this whole process again. 1 group of 2, second group of 2, third group of 2, fourth group of 2, and fifth group of 2. Draw up 5 loops again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your fifth loop will be in the chain stitch. Pull up yarn, pull through pairs of 2. 1 pair, second pair, your third pair, fourth pair, and your fifth pair. That is your second row. Now we're going to pull up loops again. 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your fifth one in the chain stitches. 5. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, until you're done. Now for your fourth row. Again, pull up yarn, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in your chain stitch. Pull up yarn, pull through 2, 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 and again. We're done with 4 rows. Now the 5th row, we're going to slip stitch through 2. Going to pull up yarn, slip stitch through 2, slip stitch through 2, third time, fourth time, and the 5th time will be your chain stitch, slip stitch. There's our second diamond. You're going to make 2 more of these diamonds. I'm at my last row of my 4th diamond, where we're going to cast off, slip stitch through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your last chain stitch. Then you're gonna cast, if you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna cast off now. Then you're done with your first row. With this pattern, we're always gonna work from the right side to the left side. When you get to your left side, you're gonna cast off. Then you're gonna start on your right side again. This pattern works only one way. So if you want to make it 4 or 5 colors, you can make each row another color, or you can make all the rows the same color, but you're going to cast off on the left side and you're going to cast on the right side. So to for your next row on the right hand side diamond, if you put it down, you'll see in this stitch here we're going to cast on our new piece of wool yarn. So right there in the first one, we're going to cast on our new yarn. And we're going to make 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're gonna pull up loops again. 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in that very first stitch where we cast on, we're gonna pull up our 5th loop. Yarn over and pull through pairs of 2 5 times. Once, twice, 3rd time, 4th time, and your 5th time. Pull up yarn, pull up loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one, you'll see I work that in is in your 2nd row of your blue diamond. Pull yarn through over needle, a hook, and pull through 2 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is our 2nd row. Pull loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one in the blue. Yarn over needle and loop. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4th one, 4th row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pairs of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is your 4th row. So the 5th row, we're gonna cast off, slip stitch, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, and in your last row into that one. Is your last slip stitch. For your next diamond, we're gonna pull up 5 loops again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one in that one. There. And 1 loop, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one in the 2nd row, beginning on that one there. Pull up loop, yarn through 2 loops 5 times. This whole pattern works in pairs of 5. You're going to continue with this until we get there, and I'll see you then. Let's do the last diamond. We pull up 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, oops, 3, come on, 4, and right there in the corner one. Our 5th one. Pull up yarn over needle and pairs of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up yarn 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in your last one, make sure you go through both the loopies. Yarn over needle and pull through 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, and put your yoke through both loops. Pull up yarn. 2, 3, 4, 5. Loops 2, 2, 3, 4, 'both the loops, yarn over needle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're done with our 4th row, so now we're going to slip stitch through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you can cast off. We're done with our 2nd row. Now the next row we're going to start in the same level as this one, so that there's another diamond in this space here. So we're going to cast on right here, and we're going to work a little block on this one, in this space here. So this one is also going to have 4 diamonds. So I've cast on the next color right here at the top of this diamond, and we're going to use this space to make the little block. So we're going to pull up 5 yarns, 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one in the 1st row of the light blue. Pull up yarn, pull through 2, pull up yarn, pull through 2, pull up yarn, pull through 2, and that's our 1st row. Now we're going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one in your little loop there. Pull up yarn, pull through 1st batch, 2nd pair, 3rd pair, 4th pair, and 5th pair. I've done 4 rows. Now the 5th row is the slip stitch row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one in that stitch of the light blue row, your previous row. Now we're going to go on and continue in this little space here, and we're going to make 4 like we did with the dark blue. So in this one, and this one. I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so I'm at my last little block. We're going to pull up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one in your 1st row of your previous one. Yarn over needle, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go into your previous row, make sure that you go through both loops. 1 pair, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Two, 3, 4, 5. And your fourth row. And your fifth row is just slip stitches through 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your fifth one in the first stitch of the last row of your previous block. I always struggle to get it through both. And a slip stitch, and you can cast off. Now you'll see that we've got the first and the third row is the same, 4 blocks. Now for the second row we've got 5 blocks, so we're gonna cast on right here. And we're gonna chain 5, and we're gonna do exactly as we did with your second row. Cast on, chain 5, and you're gonna start on the side here. And you're gonna continue with this until your work is the length that you want, and you can change colors like you want.